Good afternoon and welcome to our virtual FM workshop exhibitor orientation and training webinar. Today we will walk you through the process of how to upload the documents and graphics for your virtual exhibit space, how to set up your exhibitor chat schedule, and how to view your virtual booth space. We will also give you a sneak peek of our virtual exhibit hall and virtual event platform. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Kelly Dawson, and I am the Exhibits and Sponsorship Manager here at SAME's National Office in Alexandria, Virginia. And we also have our fearless leader, Director of Meetings, Membership, and Business Development, Ann McLeod. Before we begin, we would like to thank all of our FM workshop sponsors and, of course, our exhibitors for your continued support of SAME and our virtual events. As a reminder, for all of our events, both in person and virtual, we have our SAME Code of Conduct, and we ask that everyone be respectful throughout your participation during our virtual FM workshop. And as a reminder, if you've attended our virtual events this past year and a half, just a few housekeeping notes that will help better prepare you for the virtual event, but also make sure that you receive the strongest connection throughout the conference. As a reminder, we do suggest that you do not access our event platform via a VPN, as this will cause connectivity issues. And then as you can see on the right side of your screen, we do offer a chat tab. So feel free to type in any questions that you have, and we will make sure those get answered. And then as a reminder, all of this webinar will be recorded and posted in the Exhibitor Service Center and be sent out in the next exhibitor newsletter. All right, before we begin, in the spirit of the 2020, now 2021 Olympics happening in a few short weeks, we want to know what Olympic sport you are most excited to watch this summer. I will say that gymnastics has always been my favorite, but after watching the Euro Cup of soccer, I forgot how exciting European soccer can be. So let us know what you're interested in watching. I think the Olympics being a year delayed is we're all excited to see what's going to happen. So we have 29% that says track and field, 43% that says gymnastics, 1% or 14%, that was me, soccer, and then another 14% listed all of them. All right, so as a reminder, we wanted to make sure we posted an exhibitor checklist. These are just a couple important bullet points we want to make sure you complete before our event starting July 26th. As a reminder, all company attendees need to register through the booth staff registration form. For both our in-person and virtual events, no one is automatically registered. Just because you are registered, your company is registered to exhibit or your company is registered as a sponsor does not mean you are automatically registered. So please make sure you use that booth staff registration form, especially during our virtual events, as all booth staff attendees will have access to your exhibitor chat. So we also want to make sure you update and review your company demographic and directory information. This information will be posted to all attendees so they get to know more about your company. Obviously uploading your documents, videos, products, and press releases that will show up in your virtual booth space, uploading your booth header and graphics, scheduling your chat hours so our attendees know when you are available, and then also as a reminder to use the pre-conference attendee list that will be posted 2 weeks before the event. This is a great opportunity to promote your exhibit space, virtual exhibit space, and let any attendees know if you have any giveaways going on. All right, continuing with the reminders and deadlines, we do recommend that all virtual exhibitor graphics, documents, and videos be uploaded by Monday, July 19th. I know this is a week before the event, but we want to make sure we address any tech issues, upload issues before we get to the conference. So that allows us a couple days to do some checks on our end. We are going to demo how to do all of this today, so no need to worry. And then, of course, if you run into any questions or problems uploading your documents and virtual booth items, please feel free to email me at exhibit@same.org. We will be having a attendee webinar that will also go into more detail on our virtual event platform. This is what you will see the week of the event. So make sure you put that on your calendars. We will have 2 of those webinars, July 22nd, and then again, Monday, July 26th. The virtual event platform will go live Monday. Excuse me, that's a typo on my end. Virtual platform will go live on Monday, July 26th, not the 22nd. I apologize about that. And this will give attendees the opportunity to go in, poke around the VEM, and visit your virtual booth spaces. So while technically the virtual hall doesn't open until the 28th, we do give you all the opportunity to host some chat hours that Monday and Tuesday if you are available. Okay, dedicated exhibit hours. As I just mentioned, we wanted to make sure that nothing conflicted with our education schedule. So we do have designated exhibit hall hours. So when you set up your booth chat times, please make sure you go in and let our system know that you're available to chat during these hours. You can, of course, be available throughout the entire day. If you want, that is great. Attendees will be coming in and out of the virtual exhibit hall. So just to let you know, you can do the whole day, but then you can also schedule blocks on these days. All right. And then again, just an important reminder for registration. Registration is now open. Please make sure you use the booth staff registration form when you register your company attendees. This is important because all of your company attendees that need access to the virtual exhibitor chat will need to be registered through this booth staff form. This is also, using this form also allows your company reps to be listed under your virtual booth so that attendees know that you are attending the virtual event, and then they can go ahead and reach out and chat to one of your company reps individually. So please make sure you use our booth staff registration form. And as a reminder, all of your booths come with 2 complimentary registrations. So those will be attached to your exhibiting record through that booth staff registration form. We will not be giving any extra complimentary registration codes, as those 2 codes have already been attached to your booth. And now I will go ahead and hand it over to Anne, who will give you an overview of our virtual event platform.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly, and hello again to all of you. I'm going to give you a quick tour of our live event platform, virtual event platform. We refer to it in a number of different ways. But if you participated in JETC, Capital Week, or our small business conference, this is going to look very familiar to you. So all individuals, including you and your team, will sign in to the platform. And as you can see, it looks like we are entering a convention center. The FM workshop this year is our last fully virtual conference. So we are excited to deliver a great experience throughout the event. So as folks land in the digital convention center, they will show up here in the lobby. And we are still in the process of finalizing building this. So just make note of that. So you can see here, all of our fantastic sponsors are listed. There is a menu across the top which helps people interact with the different aspects of the conference. And then there are also links here on the left to get to the 3 main areas: Expo Hall, Education Activity Portal, and the Networking Portal. So I'm simply going to use this one up here. As you can see, the Expo Hall, if I put my mouse over, there is a directory associated with this. This allows people to quickly search for any of our exhibitors and the products that they are associated with. So again, we are still building this out, so that is not completely showing yet. So if we just click on Exhibit Hall, Expo Hall, you can see our great exhibiting companies right here. So to visit any of the exhibitors, and this is going to show you what your booth will look like when you're finished building it, we're going to go to the SAME booth. I simply clicked on the SAME logo, and here I am in the SAME booth. In the menu to the top right, you can see the About Us. Clicking on this provides some more information about this exhibiting company. Videos is where our uploaded videos will show. And you can see here we've got a video about our Century book, and there is a button here for eBag. So eBag is like a bookmark or as a way to save different things into your virtual conference tote to come and reference later. So I've clicked on eBag for this, and you can see I get an alert that the video has been added to my eBag. I'm going to close that. Our documents are here. There's a number of documents. I'm going to save this to my eBag for later. I can go directly to the SAME website, our Twitter feed, etc. Below the booth, you see these different buttons. Again, I can click eBag as a reminder to perhaps come back and visit the SAME booth later. Contacts is where it will list all the individuals who are registered as booth staff for this exhibitor. So as Kelly mentioned earlier, this is why it is crucial for all the folks on your team to register as booth staff. So when someone visits your booth, they can see all of the representatives of your company, easily reference that. They are able to send a note through the system to any one of the representatives listed here. It's a great way for everyone to get to know your company and the folks who are the face of your company through this contacts. The chat button, as you can see, this says chat offline. That's because no one is there to answer the chat. But if it was online, clicking this button will open the public chat portal and let folks send a message to you. So we'll see that a little bit more in when we go to the networking portal. And that is the exhibitor booth. All these graphics you will upload. Each booth looks different based on the booth size that was purchased. The education and activity portal is how folks get access to all of our great education sessions. You can see I've hovered my mouse over this. I can look at the schedule at a glance. I can view the tracks, the sessions, based on the track that it's in, which day it's happening, etc. So let's go to the Wednesday session, and you can see on this left-hand side are all the sessions on July 28th, grouped by time. Everything is listed in Eastern time. Clicking on the title of the session shows in the right-hand panel a description of the session and the speakers who are in that session. I can click this calendar item to add the session to my personal Outlook. I can click on Add to my agenda to add that session to my personal agenda. I'm going to show you how to access that in a moment. And this is also where at the conclusion of the FM workshop, you can come back to the education and activity portal. And this is where you would get the recording. It will have a yellow button that says on demand. And this is also where at the time of the session, there's a green button that will say join webinar. So if you want to join the Innovative Technologies session, there will be a button here that says Join Webinar. Folks, click on that to get access to the session. It's pretty much as simple as that. I'm going to skip over the networking portal for a moment and go to the game room. This is where you can get some details on the different incentives that we have, games that we're playing so folks can earn points to win prizes. And let me tell you, our people love prizes. So the e-bag is where all of the different things that I have saved can be retrieved. So you see here, I've got one exhibitor in my e-bag. I can open that up and I can hit link and it opens right up to the SAME booth, making it easy for me to visit that exhibitor. The documents that I've saved are here that I can easily then download and so forth. So that's our e-bag. The help desk is just that, where people can come to for help. We've got documents about our platform. We will also have a link to our chat bot. Phone number is here, email addresses are here, etc. Under the menu item that says Anne, and when you log in, it will show your name. You see my profile. This really doesn't do too much except look cool. But here is where you could upload your photo, and you'll see that that's visible in a few different places. And also under your name is my agenda. So anything that I had added to my agenda is going to be listed here. So it makes it pretty easy for me to get organized, and I could just come to my agenda in order to join those sessions. So let's head over to the networking portal. You'll also see that my agenda is there, so I can easily access that. And the networking portal makes it easy for me to connect with other folks and find resources. So our resource center is where copies of the slide presentations can be found. The PDH record is everyone's PDH transcript. Keyword search is a way I can search for people, companies, etc. So you can see I typed in Kelly, and I've got a number of results. I have Kelly Casey was found because it's the first name of the individual. Mark Kelly was found because it's the last name of this individual, and they're registered as attendees. And I can click on booth staff, and here is listed Kelly Dawson because her first name is Kelly. And, I can search for companies, etc. And you can see here when I search for Stantec, it found Stantec as an exhibitor. It found these two people because they are Stantec is their company name. It found a session because Stantec is sponsoring this session. So it makes it super easy for you to find stuff. And our chat and discussion groups. So clicking on this opens up our unified communications portal, which I like to say is like Teams or Slack for the FM workshop. So I'm going to open up the SAME booth, and this is where the public chatting for your booth is going to take place. So if you recall, when we were in the Expo Hall and we had that button beneath the booth, it said chat. If I clicked on that and it was online, I would come right here to the SAME booth, and this is where I could chat with this company. I can also find the exhibiting companies in the chat By clicking on the plus sign in this row, it lists all of our exhibitors in alphabetical order, and I can enter that company's public chat by clicking join. You'll see now I've come into the Atkins booth and I can send them a message. Once you've visited a booth, it does save it here automatically in the exhibitor booth's listing. The private chats is where I can chat one-on-one with any individual. So I can search for Stantec here, and it found, as you can see, folks who are working with Stantec. And if I wanted to chat directly with Katie, I could click on that chat icon and have a one-on-one chat with Katie. We also will have discussion groups in here. Those are topic-based discussions on certain hot topics, and those will be accessible in this left-hand menu. We recommend that you keep the unified communication portal, especially for folks who are staffing the booth chat. If you have two screens, keep this open on one screen, and then keep the event platform open on another screen, and that way you don't miss anything at all. And that's our quick tour of our virtual event platform. So back over to you, Kelly.
Thank you, Anne. All right, so now we are going to get into the nitty-gritty of the process to upload all the documents and graphics for your virtual booth space. So I will go ahead and share my screen. All right, so hopefully everybody can see my screen. This is where you will need to automatically go to the fmworkshop.org website to access your Exhibitor Service Center account. The username and login that you received when you processed your sponsorship or virtual booth space was in that confirmation email. But if you need us to send this information to you again or change it to another contact, please feel free to let us know. So you'll go ahead and sign in, and the first step you'll need to take is this tab on the left-hand side called Directory and Demographics. This information is what you should have filled out when you completed the virtual booth sponsorship reservation process, but please make sure that you go back and review all of this information to make sure that it's up to date and correct. So after you've verified all this information, we'll want to go to the Virtual Booth Builder tab, which is right below. This Booth Builder section is where you will upload all documents, graphics, logos, videos, and then also set your booth chat hours. So as you can see, I have uploaded a couple things for our SAME booth already, but what you will need to do, and you'll see this add button under each section, is to click on the add button. Depending on your virtual tier level will depend on how many uploads that you get. So this will look differently for everybody. My example here is a virtual tier 1 booth, so I do get 5 upload documents for each. So here you see that I've already uploaded 4 documents, but what you'll just need to do is go ahead and click the add button. Once the add button populates this page, you'll fill out the title, description, display image, and then document. Please make sure that you differentiate the difference between the display image and the document. If you do, the system will allow you to upload a document in this display image. But when the attendee visits your booth space, they will not be able to click on your document because it will be an actual graphic. So here you'll just click choose document. I will go ahead and upload an example. I have a PDF here that I'd like to upload. You'll give it a title, description. The display graphic is optional, so no need to do it, and then you'll just click Save. As you can see, they're all listed here, but if you would like some documents to be in a certain order, you can go back to the Edit button. This is where you can edit any of the information that you've already submitted, but down here at the bottom, you'll see Display Order. So if you want a certain document to show up first, just go ahead and number it, hit Save. And I don't know why I didn't do that. But it should automatically move that document to the very front. You'll go ahead and do this upload process for each section. Again, make sure you differentiate the display image. Here for the online product showcase and then also for our videos, you have the option to do an URL to a YouTube or video link or to upload your said document or video. And just make sure you hit Save each time. And down here, I've uploaded a video as an example. I can go ahead and click Edit. This is a YouTube link. So as you can see, the format is not a upload. It's more of a URL, but the system will take a URL to a YouTube link. So once you've uploaded all of your documents and videos, my next recommendation is to go ahead and set up your virtual booth space graphics. If you have not already done so, this button will say Add, not Edit, but because I've uploaded some of these documents already, it says Edit, and this will pre-populate a different screen. So right here, it will show you, again, this is a tier 1, you might be a tier 2 or a tier 3, the different graphic upload options for your booth space. If you go ahead and click on booth style, you can go ahead and change, here, do you want a booth person? Do you want a different booth layout? This allows you to be a little bit more creative with your virtual booth space. So feel free to change it up. So I will go ahead and go back to my first option. And then you also can do backgrounds. We have a nice, I don't know if that's a palm tree or not, wooded area, but certainly feel free to change it up based on your booth layout. By just clicking the background buttons on this left toolbar. All right, so the ad banners. As you can see, each item is associated with a number on the side. For those that have a tier 1, you'll see 2 A's, one that's a TV, since this item can be a video or an image. As you can see, I've already uploaded an image, so I would upload that document in this A image file. So you'll upload each document, and I'll go ahead and show you. Once you upload the document, you'll see these white lines around each of the graphics. This will show you what portion of the graphic will fit in the virtual booth space. So if your graphic is too small, too large, you'll be able to move these white boxes to help reshape the item into your space. However, we do recommend that you upload the correct size graphic so that it fits properly within the virtual booth space. So once you have reorganized it, confirmed that the outlines are correct, you'll go ahead and click Confirm and then hit Save. So you'll do this process for each option. Again, you see the white lines, it fits correctly, go ahead and confirm and then save. So as I mentioned, based on what your virtual tier option is, you might see less or see more. This is the top option, so you'll see everything if you have a tier 1. So after this process is done, you can hit the preview button to see what your virtual booth space will look like to an attendee. You'll go ahead and be able to double check your Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, as well as your website links, as well as see how your documents will upload. Attendees can add these documents to their eBag, or they can go ahead and view that said document from your direct booth space.
So Kelly, we have a question from Diane Odom, and Diane is asking if we uploaded something for JETC, can that be carried over to the FM workshop?
So great question for our returning exhibitors. Unfortunately, you will automatically, because they're 2 different shows, we will have to upload the document or the graphics again for this FM workshop. So we will need to make sure those get re-uploaded as they do not carry over from show to show.
But the specs for the graphics are the same.
Oh, yes, sorry. The
Okay.
specs for the graphics from the past 2 shows that we've had are correct, are the same. Yes, great question.
Awesome.
All right, so the next thing I will recommend, which is new if you did not exhibit at JETC, but you might have exhibited at SBC 2020, is this booth profile header. This is a new graphic that will show up in your company demographic tab when exhibitors or when attendees come to view your demographic information. This can be your company logo. This can be another banner ad. Feel free to use it however you wish. But this, and I will show you where it's uploaded in a second, this profile header is not in place of your logo. So you do have a placement for your company logo, but then you also have this banner option. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you where that banner shows up. And as you can see in our About Us, when an attendee clicks to view your company information, you'll see the banner, but then you'll also, the individual will also be able to scroll down and see your company logo. All right, and one of the last items that you will need to do, besides registering your booth staff attendee, is setting up your booth chat hours. This is extremely important because as Anne showed you in the VEM walkthrough, if you do not set up your booth chat hours, attendees will see your company as unavailable. So we want to make sure that these hours are up to date and correct. So everybody will start off with a no chat hours defined. To go ahead and add chat hours, you'll go ahead and click on this Add Hours button. And then weekday will show you Monday through Friday. As previously mentioned, the event does take place on the 28th through the 30th, but we are offering booth chat hours if you are available for our attendees on Monday the 26th and then Tuesday the 27th. So what I'll do is go ahead and do, let's go ahead and do Monday, and I will say that I'm available from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Once you've entered that time, you'll go ahead and click Save. As you can see, it does show that I'm only available 2 hours on Monday. And let's say, go back, and on Tuesday, I'm available from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Based on your availability, you can go ahead and add as many blocks of time as seems fit into your schedule, so no need to worry. We do recommend making sure that you set your availability when you are available, just so an attendee might come to my booth at 12, try to chat me, but if I am tagged as available and I'm not answering, it might be best that I tag myself as unavailable. As you see, I'm only available till 11:30, just to let them know that I'm not ignoring or missing them. It's just because I am not available. Attendees will be able to leave a message. And what I will also show you is how you can set a sticky note. If you want to tag yourself as available, but you might be attending a session or have an important message you want to promote to attendees, you can go ahead and leave a sticky note in your exhibitor chat box. So once you have set up all of your hours, I'll go ahead all day Monday or Thursday. There you go. While you have already clicked save when you saved each individual time, make sure you come up to this button at the top and hit save again. And right here, you will see that the site has populated your chat hours. As of right now, it is tagged as offline because it is not July 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is important to note based on where you are located. Once we do reach this time during the event, this will tag online, and that, excuse me, I have hiccups. And then once the VEM is open and available, your company will have this chat box right at the bottom say chat online versus chat offline. So that's important to note as well. So once you have completed all the upload documents, your graphics, your profile booth profile header, and then booth chat hours, your virtual booth is ready to go. As I mentioned, we do recommend when you set up your booth chat hours, make sure you figure out within your company who's going to be monitoring the booth chat. You can have multiple people monitor the chat at one time. That's not a problem. All right, and of course, if you have any other questions regarding the booth chat setup, please feel free to email me, kdawson@same.org, or our exhibit.org email inbox. We will be posting a link to the post-event analytics. This link will track how many clicks and downloads you receive on your virtual booth space. It will give you a list of who has clicked on your booth, but unfortunately that list will not have email addresses. So that post-event analysis link will go live once the event starts on Wednesday. And that link can be found in your Exhibitor Service Center account. All right, and as I mentioned, you can, I will walk you through the entering booth chat, the set a sticky note, and then an overview, which I think Ann touched on, the seeing your booth staff. Share my screen. All right, so as Ann also walked you through, when you log into the VEM, you'll want to make sure that you come to the networking portal tab here at the top. You'll go ahead and click Exhibitor Networking Portal, and this will take you to your Exhibitor Networking Lounge. Entering booth chat hours, key search, PDF record, and resource center are all located here as well. When you enter the booth chat, there we go. Okay, so this is what, and Ann showed you what it will look like when you enter your booth chat space. As you can see, I did receive a message here from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for your kind words. So I did receive the message, and she was still able to chat me even though I was tagged as offline. So down here, you will see this checkbox, which is how you tag a sticky note. This is something that you can use when you are unavailable, if you want to leave a note, or if you are running any type of promotional opportunities. For example, you can write, "Thanks for visiting our booth space. Please leave your email address for a chance to win a $10 Starbucks gift card," which is also a great way of promoting traffic to your booth space. So by clicking this message, you can go ahead and that will automatically send to anybody who chats your booth space. As you can see, the booth staff button is here on the side. Everybody that's registered for your booth staff will be listed on this in this section for both you and attendees to view. You can also do a group chat for your booth staff only if you want to discuss any certain items. And then if I wanted to go ahead and message Sarah privately, if she had a certain question and I didn't want it to be public, or I wanted to take it kind of into our own chat room, if I hover over Sarah's comment, you'll see this sticky note that pops up with a private chat button. I'll go ahead and click it, and it will automatically take me to a private chat with Sarah. So this is another great opportunity if someone chatted your booth and there was a certain question for someone on your team, you can go ahead and let that individual know, and they can take that question and attendee to a separate chat so they can have a conversation one-on-one. We also have the opportunity to do a join video chat option. So if you wanted to make it a little bit more personal and connect with the person face-to-face, even though we are virtual, you can go ahead and click this join video chat button. All right, and as I mentioned, Starbucks gift cards, while we can't technically get people into an exhibit hall through a meal being served or a networking event, We want to recommend as virtual exhibitors to use the pre-conference attendee list, which will be posted 2 weeks before the event, to promote any gift card giveaways, promotions that you're offering to get people to chat your booth. From this past experience, SAME has done virtual Starbucks gift cards as well as Panera and Chipotle gift cards, and I will say that attendees love them. So if you want to increase traffic to your booth space, go ahead and use that pre-conference attendee list to let our attendees know that you will be attending virtually as an exhibitor at FM workshop, and that if they leave their email address or answer any type of question in the booth chat, that you'll offer a Starbucks, Chipotle, any type of virtual gift card. They're super easy to get offline, and you can type in a person's email address or send them a direct virtual gift card link to their email, and it's something to brighten their day. So definitely make sure you use that pre-conference attendee list to promote any giveaways or promotions that you have going on at your booth. All right, and before we end today, we want to get an idea of what you are most excited for as we plan to return to in-person events, with SBC 2021 being the first. Traveling, our oh-so-favorite topic, convention center food, networking face-to-face, walking 12,000 steps a day, those lovely drink tickets, or all of the above. And after the 1.5 years we have, I will say those drink tickets. Let's see what you are most excited about, and we hope you all are planning to join us in Atlanta, Georgia, November 15th through the 19th, for our in-person SBC. So 25% said traveling, 14% said convention center food. I'd love to know who you are. 29% said drink tickets, and another 29% said all of the above. Well, we are just excited as you are, but we are excited for our final, one last virtual event in a couple weeks here. But between now and then, please feel free to reach out to us, to me, or anyone from my team with any questions that you may have. You can email exhibit@same.org or call me directly with my number and extension right there. I will be happy to help. Again, if you have any issues uploading documents, graphics, we know technology loves to work when we need it, not when we need it to, but if there's anything we need to address technical wise, just go ahead and send that our way. We will get that resolved as soon as possible. And I don't believe there are any other questions. But again, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking your time for this webinar, and we cannot wait for you all to exhibit at our virtual FM workshop July 26th through the 30th. Have a great evening.